You have an excuse to not make. That's firm. You are not interested in making. That's firm for everyone who's listening and for you, Alex. Next, why?
Hello, this is Alex.
Alec or Alex? Alex, what's up, man? It's GaryVee. You're on with Chase Jarvis.
Hey.
Hey, Chase. I had a question for you about the creative muscle because I heard you talking with Tyler Babin.
Yeah. Creative muscle.
I was wondering if you should
Fucking
give that
Babin.
like a break or if
I
you
love
should
that. Makes
just
me so happy.
keep pushing harder.
Well, how do you build muscles in real life, man?
Well, you just keep going at it, but they get sore, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
they
just
do.
wondering
They
if-
do get sore, and then what happens the next day? You're a little bit stronger, right?
That's true.
If you could live in, I mean, there's little bits of rest. I get it, but
No, actually, that's the right analogy. Actually, I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
I actually do think there's a lot of data that says a rest day matters.
For sure.
And I think where you're going, Alex, and where you're going, Chase, you're both saying the same thing. What Chase is saying is 1 day of rest.
yeah,
Like, go see your aunt.
Yep.
You know, go snowboarding. Go watch Netflix for 8 hours, but not 1 month,
totally.
but not 1 year.
Watch some
Yeah,
great YouTubers,
totally.
right?
You
There's
see where I'm going, Alex?
Yeah, great YouTubers. They're putting
Yeah.
content out every day, and they do that for a year, and they're like, oh my God, I'm super crazy burned out. They take a couple of days. I advocate just a little bit here and there and just keep going. I'd rather
100%.
learn how to rest just a little bit
you
than to
got it.
quit.
No, this is exactly,
Yeah.
it's
But
the exact analogy.
Yeah,
because
you're
you just
building
come
muscle.
back stronger from it.
What's that, brother?
You just come back stronger from it.
Yeah, of course you do. And that's like, this is not some weird new science that I'm preaching. This is like practical as hell. That's the thing about creativity.
Humans have
People,
been-
we think it's like naive. No, it's literally it's we are creating machines. Everything in the world, everything in this room, all
Chase.
your thoughts are all created.
Chase.
And so you might as well get good at creating.
Chase.
Yes, sir.
Totally.
Everything we think, humans have been around for so long. Everything. We do not have a singular new idea. We didn't get lucky enough to be born first.
Nope.
Everything just wasn't documented.
Do you
A couple
feel?
people broke through.
Hey,
Yeah, and so that's why I'm just working on putting out my content and then getting my podcast started. So I just been putting content
By the way,
out as
Alex,
much
real
as I
quick,
can.
my favorite word in order, getting started, makes me smile always. Post it
Yeah.
tomorrow. Started.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah, just make
No.
like everyone's like, I'm about to get my podcast started. What?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dude, there's something
And
called
that's why-
Anchor. Fucking put it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I just got all my equipment and I'm getting my graphics done.
Dude,
Nope,
dude,
nope,
you're-
nope,
nope,
sorry, I gotta
nope,
call you out,
nope,
man.
nope.
Gotta call you out.
Fuck
Do you
equipment.
have a phone? Are you talking on a phone right now?
Yeah.
That's your equipment, bro.
You have all your equipment right
Period.
there.
Don't be that
Yeah,
tennis player that buys all the best rackets and all that shit and then gets smoked by the guy that comes out with a wooden racket because he fucking plays tennis.
I got the kit that D-Rock recommended on the site.
D-Rock's
And
over here
it's just
nodding.
this little
Alex, let me tell you why
$64
I'm
mic that
positive you're not going to be successful. You care way too much about D-Rock and Babin. I'm kidding, Alex. I'm kidding.
Hey, but I also like this is your.
I'm just trying to like,
Hey, Alex.
figure out.
Alex, 1 second. Sorry to
Go
interrupt. Sorry to interrupt you, bud. So I want to talk to you about something real quick, and it's something I talk a lot about in the book because what you're going through, what you're thinking, what your mindset right now about I got to get this and that and all that stuff, that is a procrastination. That is
100%.
avoidance,
100%.
and you're avoiding out of
Yes.
fear because if you
Preach.
actually start, you're going to see that your first podcast sucks. And then you're gonna see that your
Sucks.
second one sucks, and so all
And
this
D-Rock's little fucking kit is not going to change that.
all this little,
No,
all
I
this,
get
all this.
that. That's just the kit that got me started under.
Fuck
you know,
D-Rock's
with the money
kit.
that I
If you say-
could,
if you say kit
because
one-
it's
if you
like,
say kit
how
one more
am I
time.
supposed to-
If you say kit
Dude,
one more
your
time,
phone's your kit. Fuck D-Rock.
Yeah. Hey, Alex, let me just get one crystal clear idea across to you, and then everyone can yell at you on the phone again. And that idea is, and I talk about it a lot in the book, that we are obsessed with intellect. We're obsessed with thinking things through. We have journals to write stuff down. We have kits to buy. We have shopping lists to
Yeah.
fulfill. And you know what? None of it equals creating. None of it.
Gotcha.
None of
And
it.
so you need action, my friend. Action
Dude.
over intellect. Okay?
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to push, and that's what I'm
No, no,
trying
no,
to
Alex,
do.
Alex, can I ask you a question?
My-
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
On some real shit, how do you deal with feedback? Is there some nerves that it won't get enough? Just be real as fuck. If you want to win, I need you at your rawest form. Do you feel
No,
like
I do love feedback. I think failure is the best way. I feel like people are afraid to tell me where I suck, or they just kind of try to hesitate to tell me that I'm not I'm doing okay, but I'm not sucking. It's like I need to hear that because that's how I learn from what I'm doing wrong, and that's how I exceed to the next level.
So why aren't you making more just on your phone? What would be your thought?
With my phone, I just feel like I wouldn't be able to put out quality content.
Stop.
And I think
Stop.
quality
Stop.
is just
Stop.
subjective.
Stop.
But if it's subjective, what you're doing is you're
Like-
limiting yourself on overvaluing production value and not leaning into the story.
I'm gonna feed you your own medicine. You know that talk that you just referenced me and Babin having?
Yeah.
Made it with my phone. How's that, bro?
And I got a better one. I made Babin.
That's true. That's 100% true.
Babin's
That's just a good
talented,
lens for you
for
to
the
look at.
record.
And I'm
Babin
not trying to
made
razz
Babin,
you, man.
but
I think
there's-
you're what I love that you're saying is that you are in the particular lies the universal. You are a story that so many people tell themselves, and that's why you've been incredibly helpful on the show to be vulnerable and say, "Hey, here's what I believe. I need all this. I need X. I need Y." You need action over intellect, man. You just need to get started, and this is the number one thing that keeps people from tapping into their true self, their true creativity. Is
Daniel, that
that
was a
they're
deep
worried.
sigh.
They're all this other stuff. You just need to start doing it, and you know what? When you start doing it, it's sexy. I'm going back to sexy.
And that's true. And that's how you learn, and that's how you grow. And
Don't
that's how you
talk.
just keep going.
No more talking.
No, don't say kid.
You're saying everything right. You're saying everything right. The far majority of people right now on the internet are saying everything right.
The gap is between.
You see where I'm going,
yeah,
Alex?
yeah,
I love
yeah.
how you reacted to that, brother. Thank you. You see where I'm going?
I 100%
You
get it.
you fundamentally have the words down. You can regurgitate everything to me perfectly. I can taste it from a mile away. I've been listening. Like, you've got the words down. You're just not acting on it.
Action, baby.
Yeah, that's 100%, Gary. And I 100% believe on that. And I'm going to just do.
Yeah,
and
well,
stop
listen, and
thinking.
listen, you know what's cool about moments like this, why I love doing this? My hope is here we are, the three of us, right? You know, listening to you talk about D-Rock Babin, things of that nature, Chase with Babin. Like, I'm hoping you're like, fuck, all these people that are putting in their phone numbers, I got through. Maybe, people sometimes are looking for that sign. We all are doing that shit.
Yeah.
All different versions of
Yeah.
it. I'm just desperately hoping that you decide this is the sign that you broke through, that Chase and I always laugh. I'm always wondering what somebody who's never seen either one of us, Chase, are watching this right now and like saying, oh, these guys are dicks. And I'm always like, man, we're so doing the best thing right now.
Trying hard.
We're
to help.
trying
you
so
just
hard
start
right now to
taking the
help this
bullshit.
kid.
Yeah.
Just want you to win.
Yeah.
Like, not trying to make you feel bad, trying to make you fucking win, bro.
Yeah, I bled for
No,
this thing,
I
man.
get
This
that.
was
I
like
100% get that. And that's what I believe. It's just, you just got to do. And
But
you gotta
you've got to decide what the mental unlock is, and that's why it's either fear of judgment. Listen, your point of view on quality, Chase couldn't have said it better. It's an excuse to not make.
Yeah.
So
100%.
that's why I go to the next place after he set up that move. I'm like, okay, let's dance here. Cool. You have an excuse to not make. That's firm. You are not interested in making. That's firm for everyone who's listening and for you, Alex. Next, why? Almost always,
Fear.
it's insecurity, and,
fear.
right? Almost always. Your dad's going to say you should get a real job. Your girl wants you to get a real job. You genuinely don't know how to deal with negative feedback because you were over coddled and you always thought you were great, and then you woke up at 20 and said, oh fuck, maybe I'm not, I was tricked. You overvalued school and really leaned into grades and became a binary human that thinks that A and B and C completely dictates who you are. There's a million reasons why.
That's 100%. And you just got to go for it. So.
Right. But what I'm most worried about
from here.
But what I'm most worried about is you're now in that middle spot where the words are the justification, right? Even the way you're answering here, like the way you're answering is like you're in that middle spot where subconsciously saying it makes you think you're doing it.
yeah.
You know how many people in my community are saying it or sharing it, and that makes them think they're actually living it?
Well, I feel like I'm trying to do it. I don't know. I just
Fuck
feel
trying,
like,
bro. Fuck trying,
Remember what
bro.
Yoda said
There
about
is no
trying.
fucking
Real story,
trying. Alex?
Like for real though.
For real what? For real what?
When you drop, like when you talk about perspective on life, and you drop that video on if you could lose someone, and the next day, like that happened to me. Like I lost my dad overnight, and I think that's kind of like where my insecurities started and where
Yep.
my
Sense.
perspective in life
I love you for
changed.
that.
And
How old were you, brother?
24.
Hey,
know,
I gotta
please,
tell
go ahead,
Alex
please.
a story. Alex, right?
Yes, Alex.
All right, Alex. So my second grade teacher told me I was better
love
at
you, Mary
sports
E.
than at art. So I ran to sports, and then I did very well. So she was in a sense right, but I denied my creativity for a long time. And then, not dissimilar to you, instead of your dad passing away, my grandpa dropped dead of a heart attack. I was given his cameras, and it was only when I was given his cameras that I have a chance, and just that moment of grief, to look back and say, man, I've been denying this part of myself for a long time. So and these traumatic moments in life, they have a profound effect. Use that moment of reflection to decide what you actually want with your life. Because I'm telling you right now, your dad would want nothing more than for you to do the thing that you want to be doing. And that's the number one regret of the dead and dying people who are on their deathbed, is that they lived the life that other people wanted for them, not their own. So use this as an
100
opportunity.
fucking %.
Use this as an opportunity to seize your life, define the way that you want to live, and take all the other shoulds. They're never going to go away.
Alex,
There's always going to be a should.
Alex,
Do it for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Alex, my mom lost her mom
Totally.
at 5, and she's the greatest mother of all time. My dad lost his dad at 15, and he went on the offense to provide. To be a 24-year-old man and lose a father is devastating. To be a 24-year-old man and lose a father, and then finish the sentence by saying, my intuition right now in self-observation is that's when my insecurities started, meant that you were relying on your father too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I 100% believe that, because he started his own restaurant, and it was all about family, and it just kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah. But let this be a great
I
lens,
think
man.
that-
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alex. Keep going.
That was a big turning point in my life, because it was like we had to go through all his stuff, and that's what it was like, wow. Because he was big into garage selling and all that. And so it was just a big moment in my life where it was like, I really need to figure out who I am and what I need to do.
Do you believe that you were playing within his framework, that you expected your dad to keep taking care of you? You were going to work in his business. He was always going to be there in tough times. Like, where was your mind at that point? Because that's what it sounds like.
No, I wasn't working at his business. Like, I was doing my own thing, doing HVAC, but
But
like,
you always,
he was the one that kept our family together and was the one that would, like, you know, bring us to breakfast on
Yeah, he was the
Sundays,
center of it.
because
Yep.
he started his own restaurant and all that.
Yeah.
look, brother, let me say this. What I think is so amazing about the world right now is that the internet, which is grossly underrated, has brought us together at a level that we've never seen. Not even close. We all know so many more people. Right now, currently in our society, we're spending a lot of time looking at the negatives. That's the current vibe. When Chase and I were doing social, it was back in the day, it was Nirvana.
Yeah.
It was like Kumbaya fucking, it was hippie shit.
Yeah.
Now it's cliche. Humans do this with everything. Right now we're in the part where we're over scrutinizing, over judging each other. Everyone's pointing fingers. We're pulling each other apart. However, this moment right now, as you're talking, this is what I live for. Like the humanity capabilities that we have by having these. Where are you again?
Physically.
Spokane, Washington.
Right. Like, think about what we're doing right now. Thousands of people are watching us online, you know, from all over the world. You're in Spokane. We're sitting here. We're talking. Like, brother, you have your whole life in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like 100% grateful for like the positivity that you guys put out there, and that's like what's always helped change my mindset.
So do us the greatest favor you could ever, which is take that and start doing things, because the word, you know, nothing feels better to me than when somebody stops me and takes a selfie or writes me a manifesto, but I always leave thinking, I hope they're doing it.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
if nobody ever said another nice thing to me, a accolade, a stopping me, you know, some people are very kind of like chill, a wink, that's an acknowledgement, which I value just as much as a selfie.
Yeah.
If nobody ever did that again, yet they all did, I would be 4,000 times happier. I just want you to do, bro. Like
Yeah.
everybody's got adversities, you know that, and
Oh yeah.
and I just I believe in your like I can. You're just such
feel
a
it,
good
man.
kid,
Yeah,
man.
you
You
can
got
feel it.
this. You fucking got this, bro. You're gonna live 3 more full lives, and let me give you a news alert. You're gonna have bigger tragedies than what you're going through right now.
Yeah, and I believe that.
You know,
and that's why I'm just grateful for the years that I had with my dad and all that. So
100.
that's why I just got to keep pushing.
100%. And you've got to do it for yourself and your future life.
Know that the answers are in you, man. You have all of the information you need. It's all right there.
Yeah, 100%.
You got to trust that
thanks
intuition.
for letting me ask my question.
Respect, man.
Alex, before you go, do we have a prayer of you making a video and putting it out tomorrow?
Well,
tell me the truth.
Depends on, like, for my podcast.
No.
Sure.
Anything.
I mean, will you put out something? And let me ask you a question.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
put out something every day on my Instagram.
Okay.
I work on Facebook and all that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And what do you want to happen in the end? I'm sorry I'm sitting on this, Jace. I'm just
No, dude. It's good.
I'm just trying to like build a community around Spokane and all of the local businesses because I think there's a lot of potential over here. So that's what I'm just trying to work towards.
Hey, I'm going to ask a favor. I want to let Gary and I each give you a prescription. This is like doctor's moment here, okay? So, G, you want to tell him one thing he should do, and then I'll give him
Punch
something.
Babin in the face. You go first. I'm reading the comments.
My ask for you is this: if you made a video, as soon as you hang up, you turned your phone and pointed it at you, and you told the story of what just happened. About you got in on the call-in show, started talking about this book, and you shared with your community the real shit you're going through, and you put that out because it's going to look a lot different than all your other Instagram stuff, right? Because you got other
Alex, what's your Instagram while Chase is talking?
Amazing A23.
Amazing A23. Alex, do me a favor and make that video, bud. Like
I will.
Turn the phone to yourself. Make that video and post it, and I bet.
Did you say Amazing Alex 23?
Amazing A23.
All right, good.
All right.
He's
That's my prescription.
Thank you,
Alex. Yeah,
I'll take
everyone here knows you.
100%.
Great. Give it a shot and be real. Say we got talking about my dad, and it hurts, and I realize that I'm living in his shoes a little bit. And I need to break out. Whatever is true for you, say that.
All right. Thank you. I'll take that advice.
Okay, now
Cool.
here's my advice.
Oh God, here we go.
First of all, I'm gonna follow you back, Amazing A23. As a matter of fact, everybody who's watching and listening, please go follow Amazing A23 right now on Instagram. He's at 404. I'm sure we can get to 4,000.
You didn't have
You're
to
welcome.
do that.
What's that? All right, D-Rock, calm down. We can't. D-Rock, we just had a manifesto of not putting metrics on a pedestal, and you're like jumping up and down for 9 more followers. I was establishing context.
It's happening.
You jumped around like it was fucking Christmas for 9 followers. Amazing A. I need you to go back tonight, and right before you go to sleep, give a lot of thought to why you think you love Michael Jordan. And I'm going to explain why, and I'm not fucking kidding. I think there's a lot of insight to that stuff. I believe there's a lot of insight to people following LeBron or being Golden State fans or being a fan of Tom Brady when you live in Houston and should be a Texans fan. I believe there's a fascinating underlining thing going on in the world. As a matter of fact,
Safe.
you putting out photos with my sneakers on, like on your account, you can't arrive on your own self-esteem from other people's success.
Yeah, 100%.
It's safe. You're playing it safe, man. And it's understandable because you've been told to play it safe. You said you're supposed to do this and that and all the instructions we get in
Your
life.
dad,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
me. I'm telling you right
that's why
now.
I'm gonna sit
You see where I'm going,
back
brother?
tonight and think about all that. 'Cause
I want you to
that's what I
take
need
my
to do.
I want you to take my Clouds and Dirt limited edition dark skies that you're wearing in your photos, and I want you to put them on eBay, and I want you to sell them.
100%. I'll do that right now.
I want you to then DM me the link.
Okay, I will.
Okay, that's my call to action.
All right.
I love you,
Thanks,
brother.
Gary.
Take
I
care, bro.
appreciate you guys.
All right, take
Thanks,
care,
bud.
bro. Chase,
Yeah, man.
listen, that was one of the great things. Caleb's fucking crying. I'm in a very simple place. If you're listening or watching right now, order 3 copies of Creative Calling. Give them to 2 people you love. I really, really want Chase to do well here because, listen, I think everybody understands the economics in book deals or sneaker deals or wine deals are not the variable. It is the competitive spirit of him wanting to, when I call him next week and be like, bro, I sold 10 times more than you the first week. He's a warrior. He's trying to win out there. So I want to hedge that. So it's only half as many as I did. So out of 3 copies,
instead of 10,
hook him
right?
up.
It's 3.
Hook him up.
10
Chase,
copies.
thanks for being on the
I
show.
really appreciate
I
you.
love you,
Thanks
man.
a lot, man. Love you and you love your community.
Thank you. I'm going to say a couple of shout outs on the way out here for the people in the community on Facebook who've been watching. Mike McDonald, what's up? Beverly Sankey, what's good? JB Fellow Tuber, I love you. Thanks for listening. Robert Crow, thank you. Nancy Summers, you had some great comments, by the way, Nance. John Mohammed Almarazuk, I love you. Tim Gallenbeck, I love you. Thanks for all listening. See ya.